On Overdrive today, we bring you an exciting cruiser comparison. The Royal Enfield Shotgun650 stands tall against the mighty Kawasaki Eliminator. We also find out what makes the Mercedes-Benz GLS a more attractive option post its recent facelift. Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I am Soini Dutt. We've decided to bring you a very thrilling comparison. The boys have decided to pit the new and bold Kawasaki Eliminator against the very charming Royal Enfield Shotgun650. Now, these motorcycles have been dissected in terms of styling as well as performance to tell you which of these cruisers reigns supreme on road.
Are you guys still into cruisers in 2024? Looks like people are into cruisers.
Oh, that's Chris.
Oh, no wonder. That's just Chris doing Chris things. But if you guys are into cruisers or if you're looking for a budget power cruiser, then Kawasaki has something in store for you. They've brought back an icon.
Icon. Hey, aren't you that guy who wears the fancy Arai helmet? Then why are you wearing this Icon helmet?
Yeah, but I mean, look at this, dude. Matte black helmet, matte black jacket, matte black motorcycle. It just all goes so nicely. This is the new Eliminator.
Oh, Eliminator? Does this all go macho like Arnold who says, I'll be back?
That was Terminator, dude. This is Eliminator. You see, this is the problem with this generation. They'll probably not understand the significance of words like Terminator, Eliminator, Kawasaki's legacy, etc. Someone like me, I'm happy because the Eliminator is back.
The 2024 Kawasaki Eliminator 450 is a modern iteration of the original Eliminator, blending sporty performance with cruiser aesthetics.
If you prefer the looks of the original, then you will have to settle for the Avenger. Bajaj is still building that. And I use the word settle because the Avenger, it's a nice motorcycle, but it's still playing in that single-cylinder realm. This one is now a parallel twin engine, and who knows parallel twin engines better than Kawasaki? Some of their most successful motorcycles in India are powered by two cylinders. In fact, even this engine comes from a very successful motorcycle, the Ninja 400. And with it, it brings along a peaky, high-revving nature that gives this bike a very unique character, despite being a cruiser. With its lightweight and a low seat, it should be comfortable with the ladies, like the original Eliminator. And despite the riding posture being a little bit upright, the comfort is really good. Be it city commutes or long-distance highway runs, it's got you covered.
The bike's engine feel is a bit unconventional. It has high-frequency vibrations near the top end, but the quick acceleration sets it apart in the cruiser class. The chassis, with its agile handling and surprisingly good cornering capabilities, contributes to an engaging riding experience. In the mid-size cruiser segment, the Eliminator positions itself as a pricier yet well-rounded option that sits between the Royal Enfields in the lower end and something like the Vulcan 650 at the higher end.
See, I'm going to be honest with you. When I read the spec sheet of the motorcycle and I understood that this is a Ninja 400 derived engine, I had my apprehensions. I mean, that peaky, high-revving motor, what would it do in a cruiser like this? But now that I've ridden it, I think that engine can do wonders if they are able to build like a smaller Versys maybe, or, you know, some other applications of the motorcycle. I think that would be nice.
Oh man, what a bike. I love this one.
Finally rode it, huh?
What in the world is this thing?
Hey, come on, dude. This is the Eliminator. How can you not identify this? This is the new Eliminator.
Why would you even buy that thing? Well, this motorcycle, well, it's got higher displacement, more power, twin exhaust pipes, and of course the Royal Enfield lineage. What more could you ask for?
I agree, but come on, Eliminator, dude. Doesn't it ring a bell? Eliminator. Remember how Kawasaki launched the Eliminator, you know? Don't you remember the legacy?
Dead and gone. What is this thing doing here now?
Okay, honestly, I understand. I just rode that motorcycle as well. I am in love with that bike, but you can't really compare the two motorcycles, right? This is a 650, this is a 450. If we were to compare it,
Who cares about that? This cruiser motorcycles, well, enthusiasts of cruiser motorcycles at least, they're not going to give a hoot about that thing because, well, 2 lakhs cheaper. This is a whole 2 lakhs cheaper. More of a machine. What are you going to do about it? I mean, nobody really cares for that.
Okay, I think let's do this. Since you have now started comparing the bike, let's just compare the two motorcycles and let's just try and figure out a winner. Should we?
You're on.
Let's start with the styling then, shall we?
The Eliminator, it's like Kawasaki sent the original on a serious gym regime. It's got this beefy bodywork, it's got these fat tires, that imposing stance. It almost feels like Arnold Schwarzenegger, again, of the budget cruiser segment.
A bit of white or a splash of dual tone green wouldn't hurt. Nevertheless, it does look stealthy. Now look onto the Shotgun650. There's a stealth grey base model, which is a bit contradictory if you ask me. Things get fancier and pricier though as you climb up the ladder. And I must say, the range-topping stencil white that we rode in Los Angeles is an absolute head-turner.
The Shotgun650 looks absolutely stunning in the flesh. It's got that lovely blend of factory custom meets bobber motorcycle vibe to it. And of course, you do have the option of slapping on a pillion seat should you feel so generous. Now, the upside down fork up front, it lends the motorcycle that bit of sophistication, while the twin pea shooter exhaust out back, well, it gives the motorcycle that nice big bike thrummy sound effect to it. Now, it's as though this motorcycle walked into the cruiser party wearing a swanky tuxedo.
But both these motorcycles have a lot to offer in the performance as well as handling department. More on that after this very short break. Welcome back, you're with us on Overdrive. Now, as promised, we dive deeper into the cruiser segment with the Kawasaki Eliminator and the Shotgun650. Ergonomics, ride and handling, value for money, performance. Let's find out which motorcycle you should put your money on.
Ergonomics. Now that's where the Eliminator fights back. All controls fall easily at your fingertips. A sporty yet relaxed riding posture with the mid-mounted foot pegs. It's like they took a page out of the cruiser yoga manual. The discreet pillion seat is city commute friendly, but don't expect it to be your best friend on a cross-country road trip. Your pillion's definitely going to complain.
The Eliminator is definitely the more comfortable motorcycle of the two. And with its lower seat height, it also feels like the easy rider between the two. In fact, it's so easy to maneuver that it also makes the Shotgun feel a little top heavy. I quite like this riding posture.
Oh, and let's not forget the higher ground clearance, perfect for tackling our lovely road conditions. It's a tough choice, but whichever you pick, you are in for a ride that will make you grin like a cat from Alice in Wonderland.
With its nimble frame and an engine that is born from the womb of the Ninja, it's able to pull off a really quick, a significantly quick 0 to 100 time. Under 6 seconds. That's quick for a cruiser, isn't it?
Now, with the added displacement and the additional power, at least on paper, you'd expect the Shotgun to leave the Eliminator in the dust, right? Well, sadly, it hasn't worked out that way. That's because the Shotgun, well, it takes around 7.2 seconds to reach 100 kilometers per hour.
It's a bit like that big guy at the bar who is in no rush to get to the dance floor. In fact, the Eliminator proves that size isn't everything, at least engine size isn't everything. It's all about how do you use that power, how do you put it down on the road.
The Kawasaki Eliminator 450, true to its Kawasaki DNA, is like butter on a warm toast. Creamy smooth throughout the entire rev range. Shifting gears is a breeze, and even in lower gears for city commutes, it's a refined riding experience. But oh, when you unleash it beyond 4000 RPM, that's where the magic happens. It's not just a cruiser, it's a smooth operator with a hidden wild side. Now let's switch gears to the Royal Enfield Shotgun650. This cruiser's 648cc parallel twin engine speaks a different language altogether. It's happiest between 100 to 120 kilometers an hour, singing a sweet melody as you cruise through the open road. But, and there's always a but, push it beyond that and it starts getting a bit fuzzy and strained. There's a noticeable vibration dance between the 3 to 6000 RPM and the engine hits the red line faster than you can say cruiser enthusiast. That means you will be doing a bit more gear shuffling on the highway and around the twisties.
In terms of the safety and the braking, both these bikes are going to give you dual channel ABS, but the Shotgun gets you bigger disc rotors. But despite having the smaller rotors, this has a much better feel overall. It's got shorter distances, quicker stops, and a much more confident brake lever feel.
What also deserves a mention is that when it comes to braking on poor or gravelly roads, the ABS also works better on the Eliminator. Furthermore, the significantly lighter clutch on the Eliminator makes life easier for city commutes compared to the Shotgun. And then comes the ride quality.
The Shotgun650 exudes an improved ride quality over the motorcycle that it's based on, which is the Super Meteor 650. It isn't as firm as before, and additionally there's a good 8 to 9 mm of additional travel on the rear wheel itself.
Both the motorcycles are going to give you twin rear shocks, but you only get preload adjustment on both. Now the real differences arise when you look at the fork legs. I mean, at the 5 lakh rupee price point, you're still getting standard forks. But in the real world, the overall ride quality is much cushier on this motorcycle compared to the Shotgun.
The Eliminator is no slouch either when it comes to corners and switchbacks. However, the IRC tires don't provide the grip you would crave. Swap these donuts and the Kawasaki could be a corner carving delight.
Adding more fun to the twisties is the peaky nature of this engine. You're not going to be hitting the red line often while zipping through switchbacks or exiting fast corners. That's a quirk that's very common and prevalent with the Shotgun's engine.
Plus, the suspension harmony on the Eliminator brings it all together for a smooth ride through the bends as well as on the highway. Handling, it's a dance, and both these bikes have their own unique steps. In the fuel economy department, both bikes boast modern and clean engines, but the Kawasaki takes the economy crown. Despite its slightly smaller 13-litre tank compared to the Shotgun's 13.8-litre tank, the Eliminator's fuel-sipping nature ensures a range that's more or at least on par with the Shotgun.
The Eliminator is like that frugal friend who always has that extra balance left in the bank. I mean, tank efficiency clearly is its forte.
In the value for money race, the Eliminator demands a hefty premium, nearly 2.5 lakh rupees more than the Shotgun650 when you calculate the on-road cost.
But the gap in their pricing, well, it's as wide as a canyon, and it's one of the key reasons why buyers will sway more towards the Royal Enfield.
And if you were to stretch for the Kawasaki, you're looking at an additional hike in the EMI of up to 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. Not to mention, the insurance cost is also going to go up by about 3,000 to 4,000 rupees.
There's no denying that the Shotgun650 delivers a wallet-friendly package. It not only comes at a more attractive initial price, but also promises lower ongoing costs, making it the budget-conscious rider's champion. In the value game, the Shotgun takes the shot and scores. However, in the realm of pure performance, ride and handling, the Eliminator emerges as a superior motorcycle. Its design caters to a broader audience, and its lightweight and superior fuel economy suggest long-term benefits as well. Add the renowned Japanese reliability into the mix, and the Eliminator demands its premium. If you can handle the price tag, the Eliminator stands out as an excellent cruiser.
Well, as you saw, the Eliminator tops the scoreboard, but by a very tiny margin, which is likely to be overruled with the attractive pricing of the Shotgun650. We'll take a very quick break here on this show, but coming up on the other side, we'll tell you what's new in the Mercedes-Benz GLS.